Check. All right. So I was just down here messing around with some stuff. Thought I would check on my live gear and see if things are working out. What's up, Custom? How you doing? You working on anything right now? Yeah, I just want to see how the camera works and with the audio, just make sure everything looks right. Yeah, I want to change out some stuff on this quad. This is the backup I had for the museum race. I'm going to lighten it up a little bit. But just kind of doing a Q&A as well. So if anybody popped in and had a question, maybe I could go through some things, things on the channel they might have had questions about. Getting your outdoor stuff ready. Are you gonna sweat in a new ESC? Man, I've been thinking about tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna make it or not. Crossed my mind. Is that the last Whoop race for the season for you guys? Buckeyes only got one more. I was talking to Matt today about maybe having more than one, though. We do have those summer days where it's super hot and rainy. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of tough to have a Whoop race at that venue with only a few people. That place is like none other, that's for sure. That's the only issue about pinning that UFL down under the frame. You got to take the quad apart to get to it. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. No air conditioning in that place. It does get upstairs especially. It's not too bad in the pilot area. I mean, I guess unless it's 90 degrees out. Yeah, just working on this, getting this antenna's a little bit lighter. I was going to put a little whip on it, but I think I'm going to keep this one on there. This is going to be my backup for Buckeyes final. It's hard to believe that the winter Whoop racing season is just about done. Oh, and then I did a whole bunch of these. You got these motor wires from T-Loop. so you don't have to, you know, solder it every time. I know you're into saving a lot of weight, but for me, I just makes it easier just to put on some motor wires. So some of these, you know, motors that have like the broken wire, ripped wires too short, I can go ahead and put some new motor wires on it. So I did about 9 of them earlier. Makes it kind of nice. Hey, I was reading a note on Facebook. At the museum, there was a computer that had a spectrum analyzer hooked up to it, it looked like. Do you know what that was for? That's how. Is that how you guys knew so fast when somebody's plugged in on the pit row? I'm just gonna take a second, real quick here to. I wanted to go through a couple things. I was testing out yesterday. Um, we could see that each VTX. Yeah, yeah, that's real time notifications for the VTX in case you had somebody out there on the wrong. I tried to do the channel switching with the OVX. So the Fox here and the OVX on the Lewis script, it makes the OVX overpowered. And I've tried to flip them around. I was talking to Tom about it actually. So yeah, seeing that in real time, that makes a lot more sense. But yeah, yesterday I was just doing some testing, and actually the live stream ended up going live. Uh, I didn't actually know it went live while I was doing some testing, so I just kind of went through some things. But yeah, I'm gonna show a couple things with the ELRS that I had found out. The newer version of ELRS has kind of a different way that it downloads, and I'm gonna go through that. But this is kind of, you know, Q&A. Anybody that's in chat wants to ask a question about something that I've worked on, or something that I'm working on, or maybe even something issue that they're having. Um, Kind of donate some time here to helping out if somebody has something. I'm just going to share the live stream to my Facebook page in case anybody happen to be looking in there. Yeah, and the ELRS, let me get back to this. So if we go into ELRS's, the 3.32, it's kind of interesting. Honestly, it's kind of something really simple, but if you're not thinking about it, it's something that'll trip you up. So once you build the file, and then once the file's built, then you go into the folder. It'll generate the folder automatically, and in that folder, it'll just have a firmware bin, but this is a compressed file. So I made a big mistake by unpacking that file. So once I unpacked the contents in this folder and sent that to Flash via Wi-Fi, had quite a bit of issues. So when you're flashing, you actually choose this file, the compression file, and it unpacks it now in ELRS. So it's kind of interesting about that. That took me a little while to figure out, but that was one thing I wanted to go over. Yeah, just kind of getting used to all the live stream stuff. So I have capability of showing Betaflight, BioHeli, Blue Jay, kind of anything. And then also to go over some of the things on my channel. If someone were to have a question, I could go in and go through like maybe some of the videos, certain videos that I've done. There might be a section, because you know how it is. I don't really do a lot of short videos, and some of the longer videos might have the exact answer in them, so I could just kind of go to a timeline. So I thought that might be helpful. But just kind of going through all the different things. Yeah, I think I'll basically work on this, and if anybody's got any questions, I might have a chance to opportunity to answer something. Gorilla John, what's going on? Getting ready for outdoor season, man? I was just working on getting my backup ready for the next race. Thought I might do a Q&A if anybody was needing some help. I think the live stream's on about a 6-second delay. Yeah, maybe 7-second delay. Here's my primary. Getting all these done. I did a little Hey John, did you end up seeing this? My little line of sight flyer. I was flying that around the museum. It's wicked loud. I'm not allowed to fly it in the house anymore. Gonna put a VTX on this one. So I made myself a little stanchion. So I put some of the what is it, ultralight UMA grip on the bottom so it doesn't slide around. And then I just put some 25 or 20 millimeter standoffs. So this is the beta F4 all-in-one, 411 all-in-one. I'm gonna attempt to resurrect it. It had some issues. I'm gonna look it over and try to fix it. I was trying to work on having a camera zoom in and out, and then I thought, well, I'll just go over to the micro cam. So if I need to show something up close, I can do that. But mainly I just wanted to come on and see if anybody had any issues they're dealing with. I might be able to help them work out. Figured I'd work on my own stuff at the same time. Fresh Bread and Windimble, how you doing? Just figured I'd jump on a live stream, kind of test out the gear, answer some questions, or help somebody out if I can while I'm working on stuff. Might as well share my time with others. Should maybe have some like music in the background or something. I don't know. Yeah, just gonna try to get a video system on this thing and get it working. And then that should do it. I'll have a backup flight controller with OVX ready to go on it, and then I'll have my primary and my backup for Buckeyes race. I'll jump over to the micro camera real quick. Get this dude in focus. It's like we're having some technical difficulties. Not sure why, but my micro camera shut down. See if we can get that back online. Well, like I said, I'm just kind of having to do some testing too. So nothing I ever do is perfect. I sure try though. Yeah, I'm not sure why the micro camera's not coming online. It might be the cord. Huh. Well, I'll have to mess with that at another time. Yeah, I'm not really sure why that didn't work out. It just kept deactivating itself. We'll do it the old-fashioned way. Chewy FPV, how you doing? Yeah, I just figured if anybody had anything they're working on, having some issues or something, let me know. I was, uh, I was kind of hoping to do this under the micro camera so you could see, like, actually see some details, but oh, for some reason that kept freezing up. Yeah, that's the only thing about working on some of these Whoop parts, especially like the OVX. The solder pads on that thing are pretty tight. You gotta use quite a bit of flux to keep them from running together. I don't know. What do you guys think? You think I should have like music playing in the background, or just chilling and talking? So you got 3 happy model cross ones. I'll do a similar thing and lose the throttle. Oh, I can't take. You know, that's interesting. Have you looked at your motor shafts to see if any of them are slipped out? Because if one corner has a slipped motor shaft, it'll act like a dead battery, like it won't have any power. It won't want to take off. But you're saying all 3 of them are doing it. Unfortunately, the Happy Model crossboard that I had, I think I got 3, maybe 4 flights out of it before the OSD quit working, and then maybe 4 more flights before the video completely stopped working. I know Custom, he's got a few of them that didn't last more than a couple feet. I started a Facebook group called PropsOff Drone Tech, and in there you can put some pictures or some videos of some of the things that you might think would help. Some of the people that are in there are very knowledgeable. So if you want to check that out, maybe put a, I don't know, maybe put a video, like a small video clip of the quad trying to take off or powering up. Do all 4 motors spin at all when you arm it? Or give it like a little throttle? So we have 1B. Yeah, we can look at that real quick. So on here, on my channel, I've got a playlist, and on the playlist, oh, it looks like we got a little space at the bottom here. Transition that back over for you here. So on the playlist, I have a section for video issues. So it's kind of, oops, I don't want to do that. So in here, I have kind of some different iterations that I've done. This one here is the best video ever. This is the one that has kind of fixed a lot of people's issues, myself included. I worked quite a few months putting together what I've done. Now, if you're having you're saying you're having just a little bit of noise in your video, you can try to just do a single ground. So like this is the video that you would want to watch. This is where it's a single ground redundancy to kind of flush out some of that, you know, so the filtration from the whole board works together. So try this one first. But if you're still having video issues, this is the one. This is the one that corrected almost every issue I had. So check that out, 1B674H. Hooked FPV, how you doing? MFR's in the house. My drone is broke. Aren't they all? I tell you what, MFR FPV, he does a lot of tricks. Smash them quads up good too. Happy Saturday, King. Yeah, the diamond boards, they have been quite a something. I think I could probably, I've got a junk pile over here I could probably pull a handful out of. I've got one good one still. And actually, it's right here. Oh, let me see, like I was saying, I think I've got a handful of diamonds in this junk pile, but I've got one of them still flying. And it's amazing to me that you can buy 4 of them and 3 of them be just absolute mess, and then have one of them that's good, that just lasts and lasts, you know, forever. Yeah, Chewy, that's kind of been the thing with the Cross F4 boards. Anybody else in here bought a Cross F4 Happy Model flight controller and got maybe 5 flights out of it before either the RX went out or the video went out? I'm just curious. Jay Scars, how you doing? Oh, the bent shaft, the slip shaft. Yeah, that was, you know, that was a lesson learned, because that was after the museum race. After the museum race, not this past, but the year before, found out that was my issue I was having. Unfortunately, it was too late. Yeah, my pleasure, man. So even at full throttle, it just doesn't take off. You know, I don't know if you've seen this. Let me see here. Even at full throttle. So like Jay Scars was saying, I'm gonna show you that video. Let me jump over here. So that's the looking for the thumbnail. I kind of all of my videos, like every one of them, are categorized into my head, but I can't remember when I did them, so I always have to go digging. But once I find it, obviously it's a little newer. Let me. Oh, there it is. All right, so this video right here, Chewy FPV 13. If you check out this video right here and see if that might be part of the issue, there was a batch of motors that I got. I mean, it was 3 out of 4 that were slipped, and then guys that I'm flying with, and people at Gap's training ground, they had also some issues. I think it may have been corrected by now, but yeah, check out that video right there if your motor shafts are slipped. And let me show you. Well, you can see that video and you can see how it's done. I actually show you how you can tell whether or not it slipped out. But it's kind of, for you to say that all 3 of them are doing that, that doesn't sound quite right. I wonder if you have like your throttle like on your radio. Let me jump over here. So like on your radio, check your inputs and outputs. Welcome to HTX. So just go into your model and then page over to inputs. And then right here where it says throttle, just give that an edit. And then check these two things, weight and offset. See that? The weights and offset. And see if maybe that might have something to do with it. If you have these are really low or this curve is almost a flat line, that might have something to do with it. I'm not really sure. You got 3 quads doing the same thing. That's kind of an interesting. Sylvie, how you doing? Virgin Islands. What's the weather like in the Virgin Islands right now? Because here it's like gale force winds, rain. Not any fun. Nobody wants to be out there doing anything. Where am I at? I'm in Ohio. Good old cold and windy state. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm thinking about that. Choi FPV 13. I'm thinking about that. I think, yeah. If you wanted to go that Facebook group that I've put together, PropsOff Drone Tech, and put a little video in there, maybe we could see what it's doing. Makes it a little easier when you can hear it. A lot of stuff that I do is just from listening to it, just from there weren't a whole lot of tools to figure stuff out. Yeah, is the stream coming in good? You guys can hear me pretty good. This is all new to me. I'm just honestly, it's the stream is uh, something I've thought about doing, and I've trying to like shoestring budget, put something together to do it, and I don't know. I just feel like this format I can help like a lot more people a lot faster than me trying to figure out how to type. I'm just not a text person. I'm just not very fast at it. So I thought this way I could show you where to go to look for the information, or I don't know. It just seemed like a really fast way of doing things and reaching a lot more people. Massillon, Ohio. Where's that? Northeast, west? Up in Wisconsin. Up in Wisconsin, eh? Barely 30 degrees. It was like 30 degrees this morning. Man, I tell you what, I'm tired of rain. Every time the weather warms up just a little bit around here, it rains. Yeah, the standoffs. Yeah, so just put some Uma grip. I love that stuff. But this is the ultralight Uma grip. and then some standoffs through a piece of wood, and then that way it doesn't move on you. Like I just shook my whole bench. Um, yeah, my bench. I like wood, and then the bench holding it up. I found it in the trash. Somebody threw it away, and all I had to do is put a piece of plywood on the top, and it's a good table. Near Action. I'm not sure where that Akron. Oh, okay, you're up there. Oh, so you're hanging out with Magic Hobby and them guys. Doing any whooping with them guys? I think next live stream I'm gonna have to figure out how to not have the chat is behind me, behind my left shoulder. So it's making it interesting to look behind my left shoulder and then look back around to my bench. I'm gonna have to find some room somewhere to put my phone so I can see what people are saying. I'm gonna stick that dude right there like that. I tell you what, if you guys don't have any of this, you need some of this. This is Gorilla Tough and Clear, 15-pound silicone mounting tape. It's really nice because you can grab the corner, like after you put it on your components, you can grab the corner of it and pull it, and it doesn't rip the components off the board, and it doesn't leave any residue, and it can get really hot. I mean, I've had this sitting, underneath the like a Unify Pro VTX, one of the hottest VTXs I've ever used. Get some Cleveland bandos this summer. That's that's something MFR likes to do, hitting them Cleveland bandos. Who all met up with you, MFR? There's quite a few people that met up with you up there, didn't there? Tell you what, that's one thing I do need to do. I need to get myself some better needle nose and better tweezers. Yeah, the last time you were up there, I think what Miss Dawn was up there. How many people have a pile of wire, little snipped wires? Yeah, I'm not sure why my micro camera shut down on me. Kind of a bummer. Maybe if I turn it off, turn it back on. That micro camera's come in pretty handy. I've used it quite a few times, and the kids love looking at bugs' eyes. Yeah, that's quite a few of you, MFR. Killdozer, how's it going? Just kind of doing a live stream, testing out some gear. I was looks like my bench cameras froze up too. Looks like my bench. Yeah, still got audio. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, looks like my camera froze up too. That's a bummer. Well, there's always technical difficulties, right? What cam? Oh, it's like a really cheap like bench camera. Yeah, you guys wouldn't believe the shoestring budget that my channel runs off of. Yeah, it looks like my camera's froze up too. So I'm gonna have to mess around with that and figure out what's going on. Looks like I can go into other aspects. Huh. Yeah, but my camera's froze up. Well, sorry about the technical difficulties. I think I'll have to figure out why that froze up. It's pretty warm. There we go. Think I got it back. Just have to do a configuration real quick. All the little nuances of doing stuff like this. There we go. See what let's check our latency real quick. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Probably 6 seconds. Ain't too bad. What have I found to be a durable AIO? Well, I tell you what, this is the AIO that I'm working with right now. Let me see if I can find a case. I hate to say it, but I strip the cases so fast when I get them because I use them for storage. But this is it here. This is, oof, that doesn't focus very well at all, does it? So this is the Beta Flight or the Beta FPV F41S flight controller, and then it has ELRS on it. And the one thing that we had talked, a handful of us had talked about, was the 2.1. So there's a silk screen on the board that shows 2.1, and that seems to be the one that is doing a well, pretty good job. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Beta FPV all in one. Let me jump over, change my window here. So this is the oops, grabbed the wrong window. Sorry about that. Hey, the lights went out. This is the AIO, the ELRS version. There's a classic version, which has the motor plugs on it, and the PDB is a little thicker. And then there's the light version, and the board is a little bit thinner. I don't know if you can see how thin the board is here. We'll jump over to the bench camera and I'll show you that. But this is the one that is doing really well and really beat the snot out of it too. You should have seen me last night. I mean, I don't know, 30 packs, easy 30 packs, just beating it to death. There's four of us going at it. Let me jump over here to the bench and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So the PDB is really thin. The thickness, I don't know if you could see how thin that is. So they made it a little bit thinner, and then there's no motor plugs, so it's a little bit lighter. I'm going to try to build a sub 19 gram whoop if I can. Oh, for 3.5? I thought you were talking about whoops. 3.5. You know what? I did actually. As you know, I was messing around with a couple of different stacks, and if you're following the channel, you know that I have been working pretty hard on my super duper mega ultralight 134G 4S 5-incher. So this has the HGLRC stack. All three of them had it, and they none of them worked out for me. So this is the stack. Sorry, I went into like a whole long thing about whoop stacks, but this is the stack that I'm currently enjoying, and I've really full throttle, full send, 6-7 minutes or 6 or 7 seconds across, a field, and no issues so far. So this thing's been rocking pretty well. So this is super duper mega ultralight 244G 4S 5-incher V5. So this is my 5th iteration of this thing, and I have a DJI Vista in it, and then I have this all-in-one underneath it. I have a lot of information on this quad on the channel, so, but you can see how it squats down in there. Pretty nice, and it's really powerful. I'm glad Killdozer asked that question. JGM, I haven't used any of their products. I haven't used Hack RC either. There was a all-in-one that they had come out with. I was gonna do a 2S kind of Cinewoopy thing, and ended up not doing it. The Have you seen the Ultra? What is it? The Pirate Drone. That's what this is. The Pirate Drone UL5. So this is the plate, obviously, and then the top plate. But that's the Pirate Drone UL5 Hyperlight UL5. I talked to Serge about, originally they were gonna put the standoffs out here, and I had talked to him about being back here. And it was maybe a month and a half later they came out with it. I got one. I really, really liked it. And so I got a few more, and I did a giveaway on my channel. And Serge had sponsored that giveaway, so that was pretty cool. Anytime anybody asks me how many quads you have, I just shy away. I always post that GIF on Facebook where Homer Simpson's kind of rolling himself back into the hedge. Yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely figure out a better way on the live stream to look at chat. Having it over my left shoulder is kind of interesting. Just making sure my wire diagram's right. So flip that over. Videos on the outside, 5 volts on the inside. Nothing like wiring it backwards and then having to redo it after you do a continuity check. Yeah, I really wish my micro camera was working so you guys could see some of the details. I'm sure I'm just missing. I'm sure there's just some property in there that I'm missing. Alright, OBX is all hooked up. Got that all done. Yeah, you ended up going with the TVS Fusion, huh? My rapid fire finally went out on me. I ended up getting the Speedy Bee. My rapid fire, after over 5 years of service, it finally just kind of dwindled to the point where it wasn't working out anymore. Now, on those pigtails, I like to put a little chip of hot glue right between them and then shrink tube them. I'm not gonna do it right now because I don't know what direction. I may want my lead to be that way or that way. I haven't decided yet. I'll decide that when I put it in the frame. But I like to put a little hot glue right there and then put a little piece of shrink tube on it, heat it up, and that way they don't rotate into each other and short it out. So for now, I'm just gonna separate them like that. I'm all done with this one. This will go into a box, and this will be a backup flight controller with a VTX ready to rock and roll. We're good on that, and then I'm just gonna check capacitance of it. Oops. $380 microfarad, ain't too bad. And we'll just check the OSD chip next. Man, I have to admit, yeah, I see your eye in the DJI. I just wouldn't do DJI for the longest time, and I finally got some V2 goggles and that super duper. This one here is getting DJI put into it pretty soon. I haven't yet, but this is gonna be this one here. I'm gonna go ahead and outfit. We're gonna run iNav. You know, gonna have the auto land, and level flight and all that jazz. Just like I'll just outfit it like I did my rescue drone. But once you do the DJI, it's like you see the bark on the tree and you see the blades of grass. it's pretty it's pretty awesome. I haven't had much luck in the evening though, because a lot of my flying is after the kids' bedtime or close to it. So 177. There we go. 177. Oh, that's kind of high. There we go. 75. All right, so that one's good. Solder some motors onto it, throw it in a frame, right? Well, that's pretty much what I meant to accomplish today. I had a pack of motor wires, so I used some motor wires, got all them done. They're ready to go. I like soldering onto a board for a light one, but I tell you what, it's really, really a pain in the field to have to redo that. I'm running the Vista. So this quadcopter is 244 grams with a 4S lipo. So a 4S 650 lipo, Vista, everything, all up in the air, 244 grams. And I don't know MFR. What do you think? How fast do you think this thing goes? It's a ripper for sure. I can't really afford the O3 stuff, so buy a used Vista. Hey, I've been on the live stream. Looks to be 40. Hour and 15 minutes. I see 12 people in here, and I appreciate everybody stopping by. If you wouldn't mind, I'm going to just take a quick break, like 5 minutes or 3 minutes, 3 minute break. Be right back. All right, I'm back. Yeah, catch up on chat real quick. Killdozer. All right, we'll see you in future live streams. Thanks for stopping by. So MFR, what do you think? You're kind of a DJI guru in the area. If you go Vista, what camera do you put with it? What's your preference on camera? Put away some tools. I'm done working. I'm gonna spend the rest of the live stream just kind of answering any questions that might be around. So Vista, Nebula, and then the old school, the OG camera. That's my only options. I have to pick one of these cameras to go with, or not this one. Where's that other one at? This is the one I meant to pull out. That's kind of the bigger. You say this one? Take this out of the mount here. Which one's best for low light? So like if you're wanting to capture some of that dusk scenery and then fly for another half an hour, you know? So you're saying this is the best, that's the best combination right there? Hook says the Starlight. Polar Starlight. Race Day Quads has the You're saying Race Day Quads has a good deal on the Vista? Oops. Didn't do my I'm learning here. Bear with me while I'm trying to don't be too mean to me. Huh. That's why that didn't do that. Here we go. I think I got it back now. Good grief. Sorry about that. So what, 134? It's $140. Come with the starlight. You know, every time there's a good deal, and then when I hear about it, it's usually gone. You know, it's usually out of stock. So $140 with the starlight. Is that the one you're looking at? 139? Yeah. So that's the one to get, huh? I might have to look. I'll save this page for later. I might have to take a look at it just to see, because I think here's where I'm at in the hobby. Um, you know, I know a lot of people that follow the channel have heard me say, you know, but started. I really wanted to do. I wanted to do 3D piloting, like on an advanced level, and I had tried and tried, and the tail down TikTok and the Cyclone, I just wasn't really getting it. And then drones came along, 2012, and then I got into that. The camera drones were kind of the thing, you know, the smaller ones. I got into FPV later, and I didn't really think I was going to get into DJI FPV, but after flying, it's quite good. So I've kind of come to the area where it's like, all right, all my racing is like analog, maybe some HD0, and then all my freestyle is DJI. It's really been good, but for racing, it's tough because of the latency. It's hard to go. So I'm just learning about uh, all the DJI stuff. I don't really have a lot of content on the channel because I don't have enough knowledge yet to help anybody through it. So I'll be learning more about it as time goes on. So yeah. Just catching up on chat here. I see there's 11 people in checking out the channel. I think I might be going over this all in one pretty soon. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a full build video. Oh, it's totally okay if you don't have any DJI. I didn't have any until just recently. But yeah, I'm thinking about doing a build up on this quad. So this is running the the Vista, and then the Nano camera, and then this is the flight controller, and then so I might do a build up on this, or I may just do some video on it, get some freestyle in. I'm freestyling this quad because it's absolute blast. It's just kind of, it's unpredictable, but on rails. I don't know how else to describe it. But I'm gonna end up going through some things on this flight controller later on the channel. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I got all of my stuff ready to go. Got a couple races yet to finish up on the Whoop side. Just 2 more. I can't believe it. 2 more Whoop races and it's over. So as far as the live stream's concerned, I'm gonna be able to kind of go through several different things. So I'll be able to do some different configurators as well. But yeah, looks like the live stream worked out pretty well. I don't think my latency is too long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. About 7 seconds of latency on the live stream. So not too bad. Does anybody have any questions about, well, just about anything, really? I'm going to wrap up the live stream and go make some dinner. Tommy B FPV, how you doing? Yeah, hit me up, MFR. I might be able to sneak away for a little bit. My pleasure, Tommy. Appreciate you stopping in just to say hi. Check it out. Hooked FPV. Appreciate everybody stopping by. Just kind of seeing how this live stream stuff works together, and my shoestring budget of things that I've kind of mushed together to try to make something out of it. J Scars, I appreciate it. See you on the next one. 1B6, 7, 4H. I'll see you on the next one. I appreciate y'all's encouragement. All right, you all have a great night and enjoy the breeze.